This essay example, as well as thousands of others, is available in text format on our website for free and without registration. Simply Google Ivy Panda Free Essays.
Biography of Naguib Mahfouz. Naguib Mahfouz was born on the 11th day of December 1911 in Cairo, Egypt, to middle-class parents. He grew up in the Gamaliya district, and this provided him with rich content that saw the writing of the Cairo trilogy. With time, his family migrated to the Abbasiyya suburb, which was a little bit upscale. Naguib read many detective novels of British origin, and this stirred him to become a writer. He went to elementary schools of Islam orientation before he moved to a secular secondary school. He published his first article when he was 17 years old and joined King Fahd University after high school. Before Mahfouz turned 21, his first novel was published, and he attained a degree in philosophy. He worked in the Ministry of Culture, where he served as a director before terminating his service in the government when he headed the state cinema organization. Naguib had an unrelenting desire to become a writer, and as a result, he began writing at the tender age of 11. His first writing was published when he was 17 years old. He finished writing the Cairo trilogy in 1952 but failed to get a publisher till the decade ended. The failure to get a publisher disturbed Mahfouz so much that he decided to focus on writing screenplays and short stories. However, the trilogy was published by a certain monthly journal. The publication of the trilogy gave Mahfouz unprecedented recognition as he was rated one of the best Arabic authors. However, he was not widely known outside his country until his trilogy was announced as the winner of the 1988 Literature Nobel Prize. He is recognized as a writer who provided a glimpse that had never been witnessed in the daily lives of Egyptians. He was described by many as an author who introduced Arab literature to the rest of the world. Mahfouz started writing novels again and produced Children of Jebel. The novel, which was first featured in a newspaper, contained religious overtones that caused Islamic conservatives to be agitated. The novel did not pass for publication as a book, and Mahfouz continued getting threats, but he did not stop till 1994. Egyptian extremists were against him, igniting enmity that caused him to be stabbed outside his home building. This caused a serious injury on the hand Mahfouz used to write with. He went for rehabilitation to recover, but the wound still gave him problems when writing. The attack did not dampen his spirit, and he maintained a social life in Cairo, though he was a bit shy. Mahfouz won the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1998, making him the first author of Arab origin to get such an honor. He never used to move out of Cairo, so he sent his daughters to receive the prize in his absence. This award gave him worldwide recognition, and his works could now be published in many different languages. He was celebrated for portraying in a vivid manner the political, social, and religious challenges that the people of Egypt were going through. The total number of novels by Mahfouz that were published exceeded 50, and many short stories. He remained active even when he was 90 years old and always met with his friends in cafes to discuss current affairs. He died in August 2006 when he was 94 as a result of a bleeding ulcer. Mahfouz's role in Arabic literature. Mahfouz is among the Arabic authors who contributed significantly to Arabic literature. In his first novel, The Cairo Trilogy, Mahfouz explains how women were oppressed by being subjected to servitude. In this novel, he shows his devotion to Arabic literature by trying to expose social injustices and realities that were taking place in Egypt. A person reading the works of Mahfouz is in a position to understand the economic, social, and political life in Egypt during this period of time. Mahfouz explores the social and environmental life of the people of Cairo so that the reader can understand the situation. He also explores the trials that society imposes on powerless children. His literature is crucial in tracing the social instabilities between the past and the present and putting them at a point where they can be understood. The literature of Mahfouz enriches Arabic readers by highlighting the traditional past that gave rise to reforms and focuses on challenges that women were going through. Most of his writings were filled with political topics, as he once pointed out. He once said that in his writings, he might ignore topics like love or any other topic, but he will never leave politics outside his writings. He featured the Egyptian nationalism in most of his writings and expressed the disheartening and sympathetic situations that were as a result of the world wars. He was also interested in democratic and socialist ideals, although he never became a Marxist. Contrary to the sympathy Mahfouz had on democracy and socialism, he highly detested the Islamic extremism. He argued that Islam was delineated and said that it was unsuitable under all circumstances. Conclusion. Mahfouz was disheartened by the revolution of 1952 and the shameful defeat of Egypt in 1967 in the war that took 6 days. He strongly opposed the 1952 revolution because he had a feeling that the practices of the revolution were not the right ones. Mahfouz clearly took a central role in Arabic literature by highlighting the wars that took place and the suffering Egyptians went through. His literature was also aimed at restoring peace and ending the war. Did you like this Naguib Mahfouz and his role in Arabic literature sample? To get more works like this one, make sure to check out the free database of academic paper examples at ivpanda.com. You will find thousands of samples for all your study needs without even having to register.